Hey you guys, so today this video is me going over my 2021 vision board. It is now 2023. I do remember someone telling me something about what the finished product of your vision board is when you read it from the top, the middle, and the bottom. And they kind of said like the top represents this, the middle represents this, and the bottom represents, something else. Hey, you guys, I wanted to do a voiceover because after watching the video, while there are parts that I'm going to allow to play out, I wasn't really saying much. So I wanted to re-record me going over the vision board and even touch on things that stand out to me in this moment that may not have in the time when I recorded the video. And so one thing that I do notice and that stood out to me when I was making this vision board specifically is that the pictures were huge, the way that it printed out. And so it stood out to me because when people talk about like following after their vision boards and really just pursuing what's on it, the main focus is to go out your year or go out your, whatever time frame you're setting that for, and focus on the why you want those things. And so these pictures being as large as they are make me remember the bigger picture. These are the bigger pictures. And so, I want to talk about things that have come to flourishment and or like there's a part of the vision board that says, thank you for the wealth I once longed for. And so where I was when I created this vision board, I was living with distant family. So I was living with some family and and my mom had just died and I was not at all as independent as I am now. I was not at all as confident to stand on my own as I am now. And so I want to mention that, it's nice to have people that you could depend on. However, I'm not necessarily one of those people that has many people that I can call when I need help or, maybe just like a shoulder or a listening ear. So, and life was showing me that when I was growing up, when I was kind of trying to delegate the responsibility of my well-being onto others and, then being having myself to rely on, I was kind of taking it as a dig. And so I, since then, have been able to stand on my own in so many spaces and really live my best life. 2021 was amazing for me. I traveled the most in that 1 year than I've ever traveled, like just throughout any other specific year. And it was all funded by me. Before this year's vision board, I had a chipped tooth and I'm still working on paying off my smile, but my smile, because I stood on my own, because I took responsibility for it for myself, is now whole. And I'm able to have that confidence that comes with that. Bay energy is just that as well. Being able to, grow into all of the different mindsets that this 2021 year kind of allotted me to do. It kind of ushered me into, because again, there were so many changes that happened at once. It did allow me to improve my confidence, and never did I have a low self-esteem, but there were certain things that I had not accomplished or taken pride in until that year kind of, made those types of things come together and put me in that position where I said to myself, I am 110% capable of doing anything that I set my mind to, and taking care of myself in any way that I would look at someone else and hope that they would do. Anyway, sales and services 2021. Yeah, we made some money with Lotus Reiki Healer. I definitely have filed those taxes for that. And I do remember being able to write off things. I built the Lotus Reiki Healer from the ground up. Okay, it went from concept to reality. Definitely more to come there, but sales and services, I knew when I was growing up, after wanting to be an actress in Hollywood, after wanting to be a lawyer and a judge at some point, I knew that business was my thing. And so that's what I went to school for. That's what I graduated with a degree in. So I knew at some point all I wanted to do was be successful. And at another point, I knew I wanted to work for myself. And so working for yourself is not as easy as anybody may paint the picture. However, it is worth it. And if you have a dream, I definitely encourage you to go for it, because you'll be surprised on what you can do when you put your mind to it. My next step is to be able to have a team, is to be able to fill in the gaps of things that I love to do, being able to do those things, but things that I'm not necessarily an expert in, being able to delegate those things, because that's when you're a real boss, is when you can employ people. And so, that's definitely something that 2021 taught me, because I was doing a lot of work for the Lotus Reiki Healer. And then 2022, I became really burnt out. And so it's all good. Love to see it. The Lotus Reiki Healer, I have the YouTube plaque. And as you can see, I put the Lotus Reiki Healer there with 1 million subscribers. And so I can say that I have grown my subscriber count quite a bit on my personal channel. And, like I said, there's more to come with the Lotus Reiki Healer, but that's definitely going to be a planned out thing. That's I can't say I was on autopilot with the Lotus Reiki Healer in 2021. And like I said, made quite a bit of money, but I definitely know that any actions and services that I put out is definitely going to come. Any services and actions I put towards the Lotus Reiki Healer coming up is going to be something that's planned out, something that I sit on for a second and then I approve, something that I have someone else work on for me and then I approve, and then I will release it when I feel that that's something that I am able to take on again. Being, having the, the eyes on me and things like that, with the googly eyes. However, when it comes to being heard, I definitely have been. I definitely feel like my presence on social media, as I was promoting the Forever Coco Chanel channel and Instagram, as well as the Lotus Reiki Healer, I definitely can see the influence. I can see there are people who were consistent viewers of mine who have started their own content creating, who has started their own business and things like that. And I appreciate and love that. And one of these clips is going to touch on, people maybe misinterpreting the inspiration as competition. And if I'm in my lane and you're not talking about what I'm talking about or striving towards what I'm striving for, we're just literally driving cars next to each other or whatever. We're not in competition to get to a specific destination. So that's something that, as I said in the video, needs to be worked out with yourself and your higher self. The body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. When I created the vision board and before then, I just knew I was going to get work done. I knew that that's what it was going to take for me to have the body of my dreams. And as you can see, and I'll post a picture here, I have begun my own journey. And I think that that even emphasizes the stand on my own, part of that piece of the vision board, because I have taken my goals as to what I want my body to look like under my own wings and in my own responsibility. I'm having a good time with it. My strength is being built with it. And my body is coming together in ways that I couldn't imagine looking like before, and yeah, I think that that's the difference too, just in case anybody is trying to lose weight on their, in their own lives, is to understand that where you are right now and where your body has the ability to go, your mind can't even visualize it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. And so, yeah, I definitely think and feel, and it's been confirmed to me multiple times. It's been confirmed to me multiple times that I do give y'all bae energy. I am definitely, for one, a girl's girl. So y'all can really get off of my back on that hate and shit. Y'all can really get off my back with that. Y'all can really get off my back with that competition shit, because it's just never giving that. It's never giving that. And one of the things that I'm doing, some of the people that I'm talking to don't do, is they don't focus on them enough. Like I said, 2021 was a very it was a very inspiring chapter for me, as well as for a lot of people through me. And that is what my calling is. So anyone who has seen or saw my life in 2021 and took it as a personal threat, like, I really ask that you heal that and you really address your own demons, because I know there was hella evil eye, sent to me, as well as those who made changes to their life. You know what I'm saying? Who saw something that I did, created, or expressed, and they decided, hey, I want to do this. I want to do something similar like this. I want to share my voice in whatever way y'all, whoever, you, them, may have saw that. But to make something out of nothing that was never there, again, it's a whomever problem. It's not a me problem. And I am learning to send that that evil eye back. So I really want y'all to be careful about that, because when you see me, you don't just see me. It's what you don't see. It's who you don't see that is who you should be, not in competition with, but not, you should be aware of. Because I don't come alone. I don't stand alone anywhere I'm at. So get right, and that's it. I'm not even trying to draw it out. But another thing, so we have the house here. I had, like I mentioned, lived with family, and I've lived on my own every now and again, but I always kind of knew before I had made this vision board that I had somewhere to go if I failed. I had somewhere to go if I needed to, recoup. In this space that I've grown into, which is the wealth that I've longed for, I don't consider any other space besides my own space my safe space. I'm so comfortable and confident living in where and how and on my own accord. Waiting for this Yagua. I love this color. Anyway, this ash gold is just so delicious to me. 2021, was that the year? Hell yeah. 2021, I sold 2 cars. And this was just, me walking around the neighborhood, seeing people with, these cars that they weren't doing anything with. And I was just like, hey, what are you doing with it? I also had one that I owned that I didn't want. I bought it because the previous one had gotten repoed, and I was just like, I need a car. And so I bought that car and I sold it. I got my money back plus like $200, $300 in profit. And then there was another car that I sold, like I said, around the neighborhood, got me a couple hundred from that. And I just loved being able to do stuff like that. And so without saying too much, I am so aware of ways to get those dream cars without necessarily having to have great credit, without having to go through the hoops and the hurdles that we may have been programmed to have to go through as a regular 9-to-5 individual. Me planning right here, that's what it is. I definitely want to write at some point to be able to share my lessons, my experiences. And I love that we're able to go through that with the videos that I record. And I hope that's something you get out of it. However, as I mentioned previously, I am in this space of gaining understanding the importance of structure. 2021 did that too. That is the video. And over and, discussing what's on my vision board. How did the final product turn out? Will you make a vision board after this video? Have you been wanting to? Do you have one? What is on it if you care to share? Leave that in the comments. All my links are in the bio or in the description, so y'all can go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much for viewing and stopping by to hang out with me today. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, and I appreciate you for it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.